You're listening to the Health, Tech, and Wellness Podcast, where we cut through the noise and get straight to what really works for real people. This is more than just losing weight. It's about gaining life and doing the things you never thought you could do, building lasting confidence and creating a body and mind you truly love. I'm your host, John Adams. I've spent years refining a transformative, sustainable plan that's realistic, balanced, and proven to work. I've lost over 100 pounds using this plan, and I'm on a mission to share the strategy that changed my life and help others by sharing what I've learned to help build the life they truly deserve. All right, let's be real. How many times have you told yourself, I just need to get motivated again? Or maybe you've said, I know exactly what to do. I just can't seem to stay consistent. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. But here's the thing. Waiting for motivation is a trap. It's the reason so many people start and stop over and over again. It's why every January gyms are packed, and by March, half of those people are gone. It's why so many of us get excited about a new plan, a new diet, a new challenge, only to fizzle out just a few weeks later. Motivation is great when you have it, but it's unreliable. It comes and goes. And if you're relying on it to get things done, you're setting yourself up to fail. And that's exactly what I'm going to break down today. Welcome to episode 10 of the Health, Tech, and Wellness Podcast. I'm your host, John Adams. And today we're going to talk about the motivation myth, why you don't need to feel inspired to succeed, and what actually keeps people on track long term. But before we dive in, I have to share something kind of interesting with you. See, most new podcasts don't make it past episode 7. It's called pod fade. That moment when creators realize podcasting is a lot of work and they quit before they even find their rhythm. But here's where we're at. Episode 10, a monumental moment. And let me tell you, we're just getting started. And there's a reason for this. I don't wait for motivation to keep things going. I show up, I commit, and that's exactly what I want to help you do in this moment of your life. So now, let's talk about why motivation is such a trap. If you don't understand this, you're going to keep falling for it, thinking that if you just get motivated this time, things will be different. The biggest problem with motivation is that it's based on emotions, and emotions, they change. One day you're fired up, ready to take on the world. And the next, you're tired, you're stressed, you're overwhelmed. And suddenly that workout or that healthy meal doesn't seem to be so important. And here's where it really messes people up. Most of us believe we have to feel like doing something before we actually do it. So when we don't feel motivated, we take that as a sign that we should wait. We tell ourselves, I'll start on Monday. I'll wait until I feel ready. I'll do it when life calms down. But let me ask you this. When has waiting ever worked? Life is always going to be busy. There's always going to be stress. And the more we wait, the harder it gets. So instead of motivation, what actually works? Momentum. Because when you stop relying on how you feel and you start focusing on showing up, things get easier. And look, I'm dealing with this firsthand right now. With my moving in the morning motivational videos, the algorithm isn't pushing them out like I expected. Viewers are lower than I'd like. And if I were relying on motivation, I'd probably just say, what's the point? I'll just stop until I feel inspired again. But that's the trap. The key isn't waiting for motivation. It's showing up anyway, because over time, momentum wins. Whether the algorithm catches up or not, I know the people who need it will see it. And that's why I keep going. By the way, if you're wondering what moving in the morning is, let me fill you in. Every morning, Monday through Friday, I post a short video on my YouTube channel. I do this to help you start your day strong. I don't have any long speeches. There's no fluff. It's just a quick motivation to get you moving, whether that means physically, mentally, or both, because the hardest part of the journey is just getting started. And that's exactly why I do these videos, to give you that push first thing in the morning. And look, I know the algorithm isn't exactly helping spread the word right now. So if you're listening to this and thinking, hey, I could use that kind of motivation in the morning, go check it out. just head over to my YouTube channel, youtube.com at John-H-Adams, and hit subscribe. That way you don't miss any of them. And here's the thing. Having a solid morning routine is one of the most underrated success habits out there. The way you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. So why not make moving in the morning a small but powerful part of that? It's just a few minutes, but those few minutes can shift your mindset, create momentum, and set you up to win the day. Quite honestly, it's not even a few minutes. It's a few seconds. It's a quick motivation. So just why not check it out? Go over to my YouTube channel. If you're watching it here, it's right there. Hit subscribe, hit like. You'll never miss a moving in the morning. And if you're listening to this on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, wherever you're listening to this, jump over to the YouTube channel, hit subscribe. This way you don't miss any of this. Because the biggest thing is setting up a morning routine and keeping the momentum. Think about this. Think about brushing your teeth. You don't wake up every morning motivated to brush your teeth. You just do it. It's a habit. It's part of your routine. That's exactly how success and weight loss or anything in life works. The people who stay on track aren't the most motivated. They're the ones who built the systems and habits that keep them moving, even when they don't feel like it. Think about the most successful people in their field. Whether it's athletes, entrepreneurs, or artists, they don't wait until they feel inspired to work. They just have systems in place that keep them moving forward no matter what. Here, Michael Jordan. He didn't become great overnight because he only trained when he felt motivated. He trained every single day. He built habits that made success inevitable. Same goes for writers, business owners, anyone chasing a goal. They don't rely on inspiration. They rely on discipline and consistency. And that's exactly what I want you to take away from this episode. If you start focusing on action instead of waiting to feel motivated, you'll be amazed at how much progress you make. And that's what we focus on in Living 95. So here's a 3-step system to stay consistent every single day. Step number 1, create a baseline habit. This is something you do every single day, no matter what. It's a small, simple thing that skipping it would feel weird. I say this all the time. You're going to notice this in my podcast. I'm going to repeat a lot of things, but man, I wish I had somebody just beating this into my head over the last 20 years, because that is going to help rewire your brain just as much as these habits, hearing it continuously over and over and over. It's rewiring you slowly. So, didn't mean to get off the track. Let's get right into this. Right away, drinking a glass of water in the morning. It's only going to take you a few moments, but it's a great habit to start. Taking a 5-minute walk. Think about it. Everybody feels like you're rushing out the door every single morning. But do you realize you probably sit down and scroll through your phone at least 10 to 15 minutes before you leave? Even if you can't get outside, even if you don't have a treadmill, walk the perimeter of your house. Take 5 minutes and just move. Write down one thing every morning that you're grateful for. This is going to help you realize how much you truly have going positive in your life, and this is going to keep you moving forward. Positivity creates positivity. These small habits are going to build momentum, and this momentum is going to keep you moving. The key is to start ridiculously small, so small that your brain has no excuse but to do it. Once those tiny habits become second nature, you can build upon those, adding more steps as you gain consistency and confidence. Step number 2, use the no 0 days rule. This is something that I haven't introduced to you yet, so I'm trying to slowly introduce this stuff to you, but I want to keep repeating everything as we're going. So what does the no 0 days rule mean? No matter what you do something every single day. You can't do a full workout? Do 10 squats. You don't have the treadmill like I mentioned? Walk the perimeter of your house or go outside and walk around the block if the weather's nice enough. You can't meal prep? Just pick one healthy meal for that day. That way you know you're having at least that one meal and you're staying on track. The goal is progress, not perfection. What kills success isn't missing one day. It's letting one day turn into a week,
A week turned into a month turned into a year. This is about creating a mindset shift. That something is always better than nothing. Step number 3, make it automatic. If you have to decide every single day whether or not to work out, eat healthy, or stay on track, you're going to fail. The key is removing the choice. Lay out your workout clothes every single night. That way it's ready for the morning. Plan your meals ahead of time. Schedule your workouts in your calendar. By making it automatic, you take willpower completely out of the equation. You no longer ask, what should I do today? You just do it because it's built into your routine. So here's my challenge for you. Stop waiting for motivation. Take action today, no matter how small. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you decided to do, what you've done today, and what you're doing to get this thing started. I want to hear from you. I've been asking this. I'm hearing from people in the emails, and I understand it's easier in a lot of this subject to email me separately, but I'd love to see some comments. Just show people that you're hearing this. And if this episode hit home for you, continue to share it. Share it with people that you know need to hear this. Thanks for tuning in to episode 10 of the Health, Tech, and Wellness Podcast. If you found this episode helpful, again, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs it. Together, we're building something real. No gimmicks, no fads, just progress that lasts. And as always, stay healthy, stay balanced, and keep driving forward. I'll see you next time.